Hi, this is Jasmine, and this is Crazy Cat Tarot.
I know just what you need in. You want something to believe in. Looking for a deeper meaning. Maybe I've got what you're seeking. Take a bath, it's the weekend. Listen up, don't be freaking. Can't you tell that I'm peeking? Come and swim in the deep end.
What is your biggest fear, and what are you most afraid of? Hello and welcome to Jasmine's Crazy Cat Tarot. And if it's your first time here, welcome to the feline family. Stay and don't stray and come join us, because there's plenty more where this came from. Today we're going in, we're going deep. We're facing your deepest fears and maybe exposing some secrets too, just in time for Halloween. So get cozy, get comfy, and let's get creepy together and spill that spiritual tea. Let's get creepy together and spill that spiritual tea. Take a look at the 3 cards down below, and when you've chosen, find your timestamp in the description, and I will meet you at your reading. See you there. Hello and welcome group number 1. So if you are drawn to the first sticker, the bee's knees, you are here in the right place. So relax, sit back, and let's get comfortable together. Let's channel your deepest fears and some advice on maybe conquering these fears. So don't be afraid. We're going to face every fear here today. So spirit, angels, ancestors, can we please bring in group number 1's energy? And please allow me to channel group number 1's deepest fears for them here today. Amen. Okay, what are we going to start with? The Lenormand. Okay. So spirit, for those drawn to group number 1, the bee's knees, can I get an idea on what group number 1 is afraid of? Please and thank you. We'll start nice and easy. The stork. Change, movement, beginnings, flexibility, changeability, moving house. Okay, so right away, you could have a deep fear of change. If you have not had children already, you could have a fear of having children. And even if you already do have children, that could be a fear of yours also, having more children unexpectedly. You don't like unexpected change. You like to know what's going on. You like to be in control, group number 1. So you're afraid of change and not being in control of this change. Right, what are we going to get next? We're going to ask the Badass Tarot, because this seems like a very blunt tarot deck so far. So let's see. Can we spill the tea on group number 1's biggest fears? Please and thank you, Spirit. Okay, we have the 5 of Wands. Oh, this is a naughty card. But basically, let me cover this. I think you've seen enough, possibly. Can we cover it with the pumpkin and the skull? Yeah. Happy Halloween. So I'm sure you could tell what those are. The 5 of Wands is a fear of not measuring up, basically, as we can see all the measurements on this card. If you're a masculine, you could have a fear that you are not well endowed enough. You could feel like you're not able to satisfy a partner or have a deep fear of that. You have a fear of being judged. And if you're a female, the same applies. I feel like you are afraid of your body being judged, your skills, and maybe it's actually your own expectations that you can't live up to, but you're projecting that out and you are afraid of not living up to others' expectations too. Okay, so can I get one more, please? Thank you, Spirit. For group number 1's biggest fears. This one wants to fall too, so I'm gonna take it. Let's see what we've got here. So we have the Fool. Okay, so you're definitely afraid of new beginnings because the Fool is new beginnings, new adventures. But yeah, I mean, this is asking the question, what are you afraid of? So these are good cards, but I feel like you're afraid of good things because they involve change. Yeah, the Three of Swords. Okay, you're afraid of third-party situations. You're afraid of being cheated on. You're also afraid of sudden movement, unexpected change. You're afraid of giving your whole heart, soul, body, mind to someone. You're afraid of having children with someone, for them to just go and look elsewhere and break your heart. Yeah, so you feel like if you guard and protect all these things, that no one can come and do this again. Yeah, I feel like you have been heartbroken in the past. Maybe you feel like you've seen it all and you don't want to give yourself the chance to be hurt like that again. You don't want to be a fool. You don't want to be a fool for love. Yeah, I'm hearing an Erasure song called Ship of Fools. Yeah, so you are afraid of love making a fool of you, and yeah, like Ship of Fools, you're afraid of a relationship. You're afraid of a relationship making a fool out of you. You will jump overboard before you will go down with any ship. Yeah, okay. Very interesting. Let's get some clarifiers and see what is going on here. So, can I please clarify group number 1's greatest fears? Please and thank you, Spirit. May group number 1 be divinely blessed. We have the Nine of Wands reversed. Frustrated, defensive, anxious, obstinate, delay, disaster. Yeah, you want to delay future disasters by not making any new sudden movement or changes. You are defensive of your heart, your mind, your body, your soul. You have your guards up, group number 1. Wow, okay. So I feel like your fears are stopping you from embarking on these new beginnings. Even if it's something that you want, maybe you've convinced yourself that it's safer not to get what you want. Yeah. Okay, I'm seeing just the tip here. So yeah, maybe that's what you're like. You'll kind of do things, but you'll only go in a little bit at a time. Just the tip. So yeah, maybe this is about you facing your fear of change and going all in, whether that's for yourself or someone else. Yeah, or both. Or both. Okay, can I clarify the Three of Swords, please? Wow, that was quick. We have the Ten of Swords. Oh my goodness. It has ended and finished for better or worse. Yeah, I feel like a relationship or a marriage ended in the past, which left you heartbroken, and you felt like you were stabbed in the back, betrayed, and left to die, basically. Ruin, defeat, failure, insolence, overthrow, speaking many words, hopelessness. Yeah, maybe that's what's stopping you from making these changes, because you feel hopeless about new beginnings, because you're afraid the past is going to repeat itself. Yeah. You're defensive and frustrated because you don't have these things, but you'd rather have a lack than deal with the heartbreak, the pain, and the loss again. Yeah. Wow. Okay. You've got a fear of failure too, group number 1. But I feel like you judge yourself more harshly than anyone else does. Yeah, the Five of Wands. This could all be in your own head, that you don't measure up. To whose standards? Maybe you do have very high standards for yourself, for others. And maybe that's why you don't want to go ahead with these things in the future, because you want to make sure that if you are going to do it, you're going to have someone reliable. I feel like in the past, your love life has not been reliable. Okay, let's start with the oracles. So, okay, this one was stuck at the bottom, third party interference. I'm going to put this here underneath the Three of Swords because that's basically what the Three of Swords is. So this could have happened in the past. And yeah, maybe, you know, with love, you always sleep with one eye open. You could be a bit of a spy too. But I feel like it's to guard yourself, to protect yourself. Yeah, from anyone's shady bullshit. What's group number one's biggest fears? Please and thank you, Spirit. Okay, unsent messages. Okay, interesting. What's group number one's biggest fears? Please and thank you. Whoa, toxicity, karmic relationship. Yeah, you're afraid of repeating the past and getting into another karmic relationship. I feel like in the past you thought you met your twin flame, your soulmate, but it was actually a karmic relationship. It was very toxic. It could have been very childish, petty. It could have been very abusive too, emotionally, mentally, even physically for some. This was very toxic. I feel like you and an ex were repeating generational family patterns and you kind of took these out on each other. You were like the cause of each other's pain, but you cured it. Maybe you kept going back and forth for a long time. I feel like now that you're finally out of something though, you are scared of repeating this with a new person. So maybe that's why you've been avoiding putting yourself out there. Maybe you've been in isolation mode because of a bad ending. Yeah. And unsent messages. Yeah, it's interesting here because with the Ten of Swords, it says speaking many words. And here it says unsent messages. So even if you feel an urge to reach out to an ex, maybe you're still not over this ex, I feel like there's something that's stopping you from actually going there. Because maybe you already know that repeating the same mistakes don't get us anywhere. And maybe for a while you were comfortable not going anywhere. Maybe you were stuck in a relationship that wasn't going anywhere. But now you are trying to express your feelings, what you think, what you feel. But sometimes you realize it's better not going anywhere, especially not to the person or people who caused this pain in your life. So at least that's a good realization. And maybe you're realizing that if you hold very high standards for yourself, you are wanting other people to measure up because maybe in the past you've accepted less than you deserve for longer than you deserve also. So I want to get some tea on group number one's biggest fears. Please and thank you, Spirit. What does this say here? Micro penis. Okay, someone could have a micro penis. So take as that resonates. Group number one, you could be scared of, if you're a masculine, you could be scared of feminines thinking you have a micro penis. Or if you're a feminine, you could be scared of men with that short dick energy. Yeah, that petty energy. So yeah, maybe you're afraid of men with big egos because maybe they're making up for their lack of packaging down below. You could be afraid of small dicks. Group number one, if you're a feminine. Take as that resonates. Okay, what's the tea? What's group number one's biggest fears? We're spilling that tea today, group number one. And can I get one more? What is group number one's biggest fear? Okay. And while we are on the subject, let us get the true emotions. Spirit, angels, ancestors. What is group number one's biggest fear? What are they afraid of? And can I get one more true emotion, please and thank you. Okay. ashamed, guilt, embarrassed, in the wrong. Yeah, you feel ashamed of yourself or ashamed about something. You could even feel ashamed about how a relationship played out. Okay, I'm going to make room here. Let me see, do I have more room on the screen? No, not really. I'm going to move this back. I'm going to put this over here. And right, I want to fit all the T's and the true emotions together. So maybe if I put this here, sorry for the delay, group number 1, but I think you're used to delays. Yeah, because you impose delays on yourself all the time. Yeah, you could be stopping yourself from getting back out there because you feel like you've seen it all before. Creativity steals your ideas, copies your work, duplicates, feeds off you. Yeah, I feel like in the past you have dealt with energy vampires. You've been sucked dry creatively, emotionally, physically. And maybe now you're keeping all your sweet creativity to yourself. You could actually be using your pain and your toxic past as inspirations for your creativity now. You could actually profit off your pain if you use your brain in the right way, group number 1. You're very creative minded. You could still feel ashamed of your creativity though. Maybe you're afraid to show people because this person is covering their face. So this could be you being afraid of your art, of your work being judged, whatever work that is. You could also be afraid of you being judged, your body being judged. So I do feel like you just need to have more confidence in yourself and your creativity. And gradually this, even if you're acting as if, you will start to feel more confident because you're allowing yourself to be. You're not allowing shame to hold you back. Thief. Robbed, lost, theft, physical or emotional. Yeah, didn't I say someone was sucking you dry physically or emotionally? I'm getting succubus or incubus vibes. So this person was like a demon feeding off all of your good and bad energy, and you just felt completely depleted. Maybe this ex left you feeling ashamed of yourself too, ashamed and not good enough, especially if they went looking elsewhere. I feel like your ex had a wandering eye, group number 1, and that made you feel ashamed of yourself. But the person who should be feeling guilty is the person who was doing this. But I feel like this person over here, your ex, is shameless. It was like one extreme and the other. So your ex was shameless and instead you took on all that shame on their behalf. Yeah, you know, they just dumped all their energy on you. Yeah, you could be an empath, you could be a healer, and maybe you were trying to heal a demon, and in turn that left you completely depleted of your own creativity, your own self-confidence. And now you feel ashamed that you can't measure up. Maybe you were comparing yourself to someone else that your ex put you in competition with. And that could be a big fear that you'll be put in that position again, free, moving on, letting go, loving you. Yeah, your ex wanted you to be like a sitting duck. They wanted to have you right where they wanted you. But even though you were there in the forefront, they were still looking at all the little other duckies in the background. But you're free of that bullshit now. You're free of that narcissist I'm hearing in my ear. Thank you, Spirit. So you are letting go and moving on, setting yourself free from isolation. Not only self-imposed isolation, but your heart, you're allowing it out of that cage that this person kept it in. Yeah, you could feel like they stole your heart and then kept it in a cage, and now you feel free as a bird, but you are an injured bird. Yeah, maybe you've got injured wings, so you know you're not sure how far you can go just yet. You could be taking it easy and, you know, dipping your toes into the water lightly, the dating pool possibly. But yeah, I do still feel like there's a lot of things you're healing from and letting go of. But I feel like once your energy is back in source, in you, you are going to be able to channel that energy creatively and it won't be drained or robbed from you. This person robbed your energy. And you do have a fear of someone doing that again, coming in and taking everything you have and leaving you high and dry, left with nothing. So this fear of betrayal, you'd rather just not have love than be hurt by love again. But I do feel like a lot of it is because of shame. Not only fear, but shame. For some, group number one, I feel like something may have happened when you were a child that made you feel ashamed. Maybe things people said to you, maybe things people have done to you, maybe you were bullied in the past. But I do feel like you still struggle with the feelings that were left behind from that thief. So not only could you feel like someone robbed your heart, this ex, you could have felt like something was stolen from you in your youth. But you are moving on, you're letting go, and you are free to love yourself and to love anew again. The Fool represents new beginnings. I do feel like when you are ready to get out there and find love and dip those toes into the dating pool, that this new beginning is going to be completely different than what you had before. I feel like you're healing, you're doing the shadow work. And with that, it's very painful, all that healing. But when you go back out, your heart is going to be tough as old boots. Yeah. And it might take a while to let your guard down, but I do feel like you are going to be connecting with a whole new person. It'll be like night and day when you compare your ex to this new person. And maybe in the past your ex compared you to other people, put you in competition with other people. So don't let that stop you from moving on, because as I said, your heart is tough as old boots. So you are anything but soft, group number one. So don't be afraid. You have been there, done that, worn the t-shirt, seen it all before. So nothing can shock you. So why don't you just get out there and have fun and don't let your fears hold you back? Maybe take the expectations off yourself, off your creativity, and off your love life. Stop having a set idea, a set plan. Just get out there and go with the flow. And I feel like that will help you with this letting go process. Just let go of the control a little bit. I know that is one of your biggest fears, but I do feel like this will help you on your healing journey, and you are well on your healing journey. And I do feel like this healing journey will yield sweet results, and you're going to meet your twin flame. And you're going to think they're the bee's knees, and they're going to think you are the bee's knees. You're going to meet your match. It could be a worker bee, someone who's obsessed with work or works a lot. And they could treat you like their queen bee. Especially when you give them that sweet honey. Yeah, someone could call you honey, group number one. Maybe that's how you'll know. Can I get one word of advice for group number one while facing these fears on their healing journey? Koala Spirit. Spirit has a plan. Yep, Spirit has a plan. So I'm sorry to tell you, Destiny and Spirit has a hand in this. And this new beginning that is coming your way, it's you clearing your energy, putting that energy and creativity back into yourself, but connecting to source, not only yourself, but spirit too. And together you are going to manifest a brand new beginning for you. And even though that's something you could be deeply afraid of, I feel like only beautiful things are going to come. But you still need to let go of this past energy. They're not worth it. I mean, the things they did to you, they don't deserve the steam of your piss. Never mind your tears. If you are crying or upset, channel that creatively, because like I said, you could profit from your pain if you use your brain. So I hope this helped you here today, group number one. Let me know down below if you resonated, what you thought of this, what you'd like to see next. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. And if you'd like a personal reading, all the details are on my homepage. So thank you for being here with me today and sharing your energy. Goodbye, God bless, and come back very soon. Mwah. Hello and welcome, group number two. So if you are drawn to the second card, the cat's pajamas, you are here in the right place. You could love wearing PJs, you could love being at home, you could be a home bird, a homebody, and you could definitely be a cat lover and also a mystic here with the moon in the background. And this kind of looks like a mix of a compass and a star. I'm hearing that song in my mind's eye. I think it's called Superstar. There's actually a few songs called Superstar. So one of them, if you are what you say you are, a superstar, then have no fear. The camera's here and the microphones, or whatever it is. Yeah, so I feel like not only could you be a mystic, you could also be a superstar in the making, a rising star. Cameras and microphones could absolutely love you, and you could be made for big things. Yeah, you could be the star of the show, but maybe it's a fear of yours also, being seen, even though it's your biggest dream. Yeah, so maybe your biggest fear is actually your biggest dream. What you really want the most terrifies you the most. Yeah, and I'm also hearing another song called Superstar by Jamelia. I don't know what it is that makes me feel like this. I don't know who you are, but you must be some kind of superstar. 'Cause you got all eyes on you no matter where you are. You just make me wanna play. Yeah, so wherever you go, you've got eyes on you. You could have people watching. Yeah, but maybe people might know who you are, yeah? But regardless, you are a superstar, group number 2. So maybe that is your biggest talent, your biggest dream, but also your biggest fear, showing the world what you're made of. So maybe you do have a deep fear of being judged. You could know your own worth, but still not know how to fully express it confidently yet. I feel like you're very unique and original. So whatever you do it in your own way. What works for you. You could be a trendsetter, group number 2. So, I was going to do the tarot first, but I'm actually going to do the Lenormand. Oh, and angels, ancestors, can we please bring in group number 2's energy and channel it in the cards here today? Please and thank you. Okay, so let's put your energy into the Lenormand deck. And let's get an idea on some of your fears, group 2. What are group 2's biggest fears? The coffin. Wow. Okay, so negative. Death, endings, mournings, transformation, and manipulation. Yeah, it says mourning here, but I said mournings unintentionally. So I feel like you could have had many losses in your life, group 2. And death could be a really big fear of yours. It could be something that keeps you up at night. You could also be a night owl. But yeah, you may be drawn to the dark and macabre things in life. They could fascinate you, but also terrify you at the same time. Yeah, I feel like you're not afraid to delve in to whatever you're afraid of, like your dreams and grief. Yeah, your biggest hopes and dreams, you can go there, but maybe when you don't feel able to handle them or deal with them, you just put them somewhere else. The moon, yeah, you ignore them. Because I do feel like you have a lot of deep grief within you, group number 2. And I'm very sorry for your pain and any pain that you've experienced. Maybe you've had manipulation in your past. So maybe you're healing from not only losing loved ones, but also from love that manipulated you. And maybe you are, questioning your own mortality. Maybe you're worried about how you're going to pass, when you're going to pass, and who you're going to leave behind, possibly. I feel like you don't want to put this pain, this grief that you are experiencing on anyone else. Yeah. So you're very thoughtful, but you're also very mysterious. Like I said, you don't like to talk about your pain, but it's there. You just have it hidden away in the darkest crevices of your soul. Yeah, you could have a dark soul, but I do feel like you're very kind and very sweet, but maybe you just don't make it known to the whole world. You like to keep your peace and you enjoy your own company. And maybe that is so you don't have to deal with more loss along the line. Okay, we're gonna get to the tarot now. Let's ask the Badass Tarot for group 2. What is group 2's biggest fears? Please and thank you. We have the moon. Wow. So the moon is here and the moon is here, but the moon is here on our forehead. So I feel like you definitely are a mystic. This is like your third eye, your intuition. So any lies, illusions, deceptions, I feel like your intuition notifies you of this. Yeah, maybe your intuition is like an alarm bell. And when alarm bells go off in your mind, that's when you retreat in order to keep your own peace. Yeah, your home, your peace is your sanctuary. Yeah, but you're afraid of being lied to because you have dealt with liars and manipulators in the past. I feel like you want to put any liars or toxic people, manipulative energies, you're burying them 6 feet under. In your mind, in your life, in your heart. Yeah. You could be still healing from a breakup, group 2. Okay, what is group 2's biggest fears? What are they most afraid of? The devil. This came out in a reading I did yesterday. I think they came out together. Possibly not. I feel like this is right though. This is completely correct. Thank you, Spirit. Yeah. You know, you are a dark soul, but you are afraid of the really, truly dark things. Yeah, temperance. And this is a non-smoking bong, so you could enjoy marijuana, group 2. I'm going to put something over the bong though, because YouTube mightn't like that. Or they might think it's something else. So these cards can be a bit cheeky, so I don't want to take any risks. Yeah, I feel like you're afraid to take risks right now because your risks in the past haven't paid off. Just try. Yeah, I feel like just trying certain things with certain people ended in destruction. Yeah. You could feel like an ex in your past was the devil himself and he took you straight to hell. You could have felt like in the past your innocence was robbed from you. Your innocence was killed. As a young age, I feel like you're hyper mature for your own reasons. And maybe in a way you felt like you never fully got a chance to be carefree and, you know, without worries, without woes. Yeah, I'm hearing that rhyme, Wednesday's child is full of woe. I can't remember all the different days, but if you look it up online, you know, Monday's child is fair of face. Tuesday's child is full of grace. Wednesday's child is full of woe. Thursday's child has far to go. Can't remember the rest, but yeah, I feel like even if you weren't born on a Wednesday, yeah, you are full of woe. Yeah. And then I'm thinking of Wednesday Addams from the Addams Family. So yeah, you could just kind of have a gothic, dark vibe about you. Maybe people could think you're the devil. But the reality is once they have a deeper look, they'll realize you are very deep. You are very spiritual and creative. Maybe you could use things like cannabis, marijuana to get you creative, to help you open up that third eye. Yeah, you could be a channeler of creativity. Yeah. So maybe certain people can look at you as the devil, view you as the devil. But I feel like you know how to be innocent. You know how to be dark. But in a way, it's like the two have merged inside of you. And now you kind of feel a little bit broken or something. I don't know why I'm getting that. Maybe your intuition has been off, or you feel like your intuition has been broken. You're not seeing what you need to see. Temperance. Yeah, but I do feel like you're being very patient. These are all major arcanas as well. So to me, this means that your greatest fears are very great, but with the moon bang in the middle, I feel like you keep a lot of it inside your own mind. Back at deck, we have the Fool. So new beginnings scare you. And I feel like it is because in the past you have dealt with so much pain. So much pain. Let me get some clarifying tarot, please. So, group number 2's biggest and deepest fears, please and thank you, Spirit. We have the Hanged Man. Look at the world from a different perspective. I feel like you look at the world from a different perspective. You've always looked at the world from a different perspective. And in the past, maybe you didn't fit in school, in your family, even in love, like maybe even lovers don't understand you sometimes because you see things differently. You see things in your own way and you do things in your own way. Not everyone understands genius. So maybe you're just very ahead of the curve and people still don't understand how great you are just yet. Even you don't know how great you are just yet. Waiting, sacrifice, hesitation, suspension, recalibration. Yeah. So I do feel like you felt stuck in a while in your grief, maybe in a stuck, stagnant situation, the Hanged Man, possibly in a job or a relationship that was going nowhere. Maybe you were living somewhere where there was no options and you were just kind of left hanging for a while, wondering what to do next. Where do we go from here? What's that quote in Latin? Quo vadis? So you're asking yourself, where do I go from here? I've been to hell and back. I'm a mystic. I know my shit, but it's very overwhelming sometimes. Sometimes I don't always want to know. Yeah, because sometimes the truth can just be so heavy and dark. And I feel like you take on that energy. You're an empath. You're a healer. And even as a kid, I feel like you weren't necessarily carefree. You were very mature. Maybe you were a misfit, the odd one out. But it's because you were so special, so talented and gifted. And I feel like it took you a long time to realize that. And you realize you sacrificed yourself in many ways and you didn't understand yourself. So no wonder other people didn't understand you. Yeah, you're like a contradiction. It's like a nun smoking a bong. So you could be very holy, but also be able to indulge in the darker things in life. Even with weed, some people call it the devil's lettuce. But we can flip that. Sometimes we could call it the Lord's lettuce. So it depends what mood you're in. Yeah, and you're a star. I was singing that song. You're a star. The sun, moon, and stars. You are just chef's kiss group number 2. And I feel like no one has told you this. Maybe in the past, people have, your parents, people who love you most and can really see you for who you are, have told you this. But I feel like lately you haven't been given your flowers, so you're not aware of how amazing and mysterious people view you as and how strong, because you've gotten through some things that other people couldn't even imagine going through. You've been to hell and back and you're here to tell the story. So not everyone is as bold and badass as that group number 2. So congratulations on getting through all of these things. So group 2's biggest fears, the Magician reversed. Yeah, insecurity, ineptitude, weakness of will, illusion and manipulation. Manipulation is here twice. You are afraid of being manipulated again, of repeating a toxic pattern, familial patterns. Yeah, that was hard to say. I feel like you could be from a family that doesn't like to talk about the generational curses. You could literally feel like you're cursed, like your family tree is cursed or has bad apples, tainted fruit in the tainted tree. You're afraid that your true magic and creativity won't be shown to the world. Instead, it will be hidden because you don't believe in your own magic enough in order to express it, to show that star to the world. You're afraid of becoming a fallen star, a fallen angel, and a fallen angel is a devil. Oh my goodness, yeah. So you know you've the potential of being light and dark. I feel like you want the light, but you're afraid of falling into the darkness again. Maybe you've fallen into this darkness before, this darkness of the soul. Okay. Yeah, so you could feel very insecure because of a manipulator. And this manipulator really could have killed your self-confidence. So it's just a waiting game, the Hanged Man, of healing and restoring this confidence back. Yeah, so not falling for these lies or illusions again. Yeah, let's get the Mystic Love. It's time. Yeah, I'm feeling like it's time for you now. It's your time to shine, Group 2. Can I get one more? Group 2's biggest fears and insecurities. Oh, unfinished business, unresolved situation. Yeah, you're afraid of an ex coming back into your life and fucking shit up again, causing more chaos and destruction. Right, we're gonna put a pumpkin kind of here, because I know YouTube doesn't really like these sort of pictures. Yeah, this picture in particular, I think it got a thumbnail taken down because I used it. I didn't realize that certain things were too sexual for YouTube and thumbnails. So yeah, you could be a Scorpio energy. Love, strong affection. Yeah, you're terrified of love. You're afraid of falling in love. You're afraid of falling back into old traps and old habits. Old habits die hard. Yeah, so I feel like an old relationship, an old habit is dying hard in your life right now. Maybe you could have certain addictions that you want to give up, or certain dependencies either on things, people, places even, that you want to give up because you know it all comes from within you. You are the mystic. You are the manipulator of your own life. You're not allowing anyone else to take your destiny in their hands. Yeah, you could have people who kind of want to swap destinies with you, who are very jealous, who want what you have, want your destiny. Yeah, so just watch out for devils in disguise. Yeah, because maybe a devil and a magician can sometimes seem like the same thing, because the devil is great at trickery and so is the magician. But the difference is the magician has that magic within them. It's just about unleashing and unlocking that magic. So I feel like you are very magical, and if you don't have ways of expressing this, you are unleashing and unlocking the right ways of doing that for you, your own way. Yeah, it's going to be very unique, whatever way you express this. Confirmation. Okay, now it's time for tea. Now it's tea time, Group 2. Let's get into it. Okay. What is Group 2's biggest fears? Cyberbully. You are being bullied online. Has suffered from it, etc. Okay, that doesn't really make sense. I think that's a typo. Okay, yeah, I feel like you've been bullied in the past. Maybe you've been bullied even by ex-lovers. But I feel like in school you were bullied. Maybe not only regularly, but online too. An offer. Okay. So a cyberbully could be trolling you, making you an offer. Yeah. Let me fix this. Yeah, but this could be like a dead offer, an offer that's dead in the water. Yeah, but I do feel like you're afraid of when you put your stuff out there to the world to shine, you're afraid of trolls and people hating on you because you've suffered from it in the past. Yeah. So even though you've realized that actually what makes you different is what makes you special, that's what could make you money, you're afraid of starting up or putting things out there because you're afraid of history repeating itself, not only with love, but with life, with this bullying. So yeah, sometimes you'd prefer to keep yourself to yourself because it's safer that way. I feel like you are afraid of love, even if you crave love. Yeah. Okay, let's get the true emotions. And then we'll move on to the advice about conquering these fears, Group 2. So Group 2's biggest fears, please and thank you, Spirit. Reckless love, sex. Yeah, what have I been saying this whole time? You're afraid of repeating a toxic relationship, a reckless love. You have had that and it absolutely wrecked your heart. And you're afraid of someone being reckless with your heart again. Yeah. So you feel like if you don't put your heart in someone else's hands again, they're not going to drop it. They're not going to wreck it. Yeah. I'm thinking of Wreck-It Ralph, that movie. So kids could be significant for you, group 2. Yeah. And maybe this is what's made you hold on to a relationship in the past, a toxic relationship. Because you have a trauma bond, children together. But maybe that's what made you want to leave, because you don't want your children repeating the same mistakes that you've made. Wow, this is very deep, group 2. And can I get one more? Group 2's biggest fears. Please and thank you, Spirit. Secrets. Yeah, you're afraid of being left in the dark, because I feel like the devil has tricked you before, and you are afraid of being tricked again and people not bringing their true selves to the table. Yeah, you're afraid that you may think someone is a magician and see someone as magical, a magical new beginning, and they could turn into that same old devil you know. You're afraid of someone selling you a dream and spinning a story of heaven and taking you straight back to hell. Just try. You've been there, you've done that, you've tried that pie, and I feel like now you are looking elsewhere for your next meal. Yeah. So maybe you could be dating. Maybe you could be connecting with someone new, but it's very hard for you to completely open up. And you do like to leave this mystery and allure about you. And group 2, it works. People are fascinated, mystified. Yeah, I'm hearing that song, Mystified. This wanted to come out before I even asked. Mystified, that song by INXS. Mystify, you mystify me. Mystify, you mystify me. I need perfection. Do, 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 do. That twisted selection. Is that what it is? That dangles me to keep me alive in all that exists, but none has your beauty. Okay, that was a lot of channeling, Spirit. I see your face and I know I'm alive. Is that it? I love that song. I really love that song. Yeah, and I think the guy, the lead singer of that band, INXS, Michael Hutchence, yeah, he was absolutely divine, like perfection, literally. So you could be connecting with someone you view as absolute chef's kiss perfection. And I feel like you mystify whoever it is that you're connecting with. And yeah, but like you could be a dark energy, that twisted selection. So yeah, you're not all light, sweetness and rainbows. So you kind of want someone to handle that. You want someone who can handle all of your juicy secrets and all of the skeletons in your closet, because you're not for the faint-hearted or the weak of heart, group 2. Yeah, I already got this. Let me see. What have we got? The whale spirit. Trust the great mystery. Mystify, literally. Yeah, you mystify everyone. And you're a mystery, group 2. Make sure you trust the mystery of your future. You mightn't completely know where it's heading, but you are very mystic and you know that something big is coming your way. And you know that avoiding the big mistakes in the past, avoiding what hurt our heart in the first place, avoiding what going back to what killed you is going to make you stronger. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. So I feel like from all your grief, all your pain, all your betrayal, unresolved situation, yeah, all the back and forth with an ex, it's made you realize that actually you don't want this. It blocks your magic. This person tries to manipulate you and you don't trust the mystery with someone. I feel like you embracing you is you embracing and trusting that great mystery. There are great things coming your way. You are a very deep and heavy soul. I'm hearing that 21 Pilot song. Can you save my heavy, dirty soul? Yeah, so you could have a very heavy and dirty soul group too. And I feel like it is a very mysterious and dark soul. Yeah, and everyone is just looking for a way in to discover this great mystery. But I feel like you are very careful. Once bitten, twice shy. So anyone new coming your way is going to be in for a big treat, but a big surprise too. Because what you have on offer is unlike anyone else. You are an original, you're one of a kind, you are a rare kind. And for the final channeled song before we sign off, I'm hearing that Selena Gomez song, Rare. And I'm not sure the lyrics. You don't care. Why can't you see that I'm so rare? Yeah, so you are rare. You are a rare prime steak. You are the cutest and most fabulous kitty cat. And anyone who cannot see that or appreciate that, you can send them off to McDonald's, because that's where people go to get run-of-the-mill, everyday burgers. You are a rare kind, so you're reserving yourself until you find someone who matches this energy. You're one of a kind, but you are going to meet your match. Me, the same kind. Trust that mystery, it's coming. And it may come in the form of an offer. And maybe what it takes is you putting that energy, that love into yourself, rising that star that you are, and the rest is going to come. Trust the mystery and trust me. Okay, group 2? Because I will not steer you wrong. So let me know down below if you enjoyed this, what you'd like to see next. Please make sure to like, comment, subscribe. That lets me know that you're enjoying this and want some more. And come back again very soon for more creepy pick a card content. Goodbye and God bless. Mwah. Hello and welcome, group number 3. So if you are drawn to the third card, the antisocial butterfly, you are here in the right place. Maybe you are either a social butterfly or you've always been the antisocial kind. Or maybe you could have switched forms, switched seasons. So you could have went from being a social butterfly to an anti-social butterfly. So maybe sometimes you go into hermit mode, cocoon mode. Maybe for the winter, you are glowing up, but also getting cozy, comforted cocoon mode. You could be healing from something. But I do feel like you're a very bright personality. I feel like you're very gregarious. That word is coming to mind, and that is not a word I ever use. But that basically means, you have a way with words. You could chat the hind legs of a donkey, but in a good way. You have the gift of the gab. So that is one of your great gifts. Maybe you just decide who you talk to and when, because maybe you could find it draining. You could be a very energetic, very creative soul, a very giving person. That's what I'm getting. But yeah, maybe you are protecting and preserving your energy. So you could be kind of going into cocoon mode for the winter even. Let's see, let's get some context. Let's first, Spirit, can we bring in group number 3's energy and channel it here today, please? Thank you, God. Amen. May group 3 be divinely blessed here today. Confirmation, you're divinely blessed, group 3. By God. You're blessed by the gods. You have a gift from God, the gift of the gab, but I feel like you've numerous gifts. You're very vibrant. You've just got so much to show off. There's just so much to you, so much to unpack. You could be very small and mighty. You could come in a small package, but there's so much to you. More than meets the eye. The antisocial butterfly. So let's ask the Lenormand. What's group 3's biggest, deepest, darkest fears? Let's get things serious in here. So yeah, maybe you could struggle with taking things seriously. The whip, strife, fighting, arguments, competition. Yeah, in the background, I feel like there could be someone who wants to force their will, be in control of your energy in a way. Let's see. The anchor, stability, security, playing safe, great love, support, good fortune. Yeah, you could be cocooning in cocoon mode right now because you're playing it safe. But I do feel like you feel very loved and supported, either in your friend group, your family group, or in a relationship. Maybe in all three, maybe all aspects of your life is blooming right now, group 3. And you are feeling very secure. You're grateful for your good fortune. 35 could be significant. 9 could also be significant. So let's get down to business and get straight down to the Badass Tarot. Okay, so for group 3, let's ask the tarot, what scares group number 3 the most? Wow, 3 popped out. So I suppose we should take them. That was very forceful. You could be quite forceful with your will, or like I said, the whip in the background, someone could be forceful with their will. The Emperor in reverse. Okay, King of Wands. And the Hierophant. Wow, very interesting. This is a very masculine energy I'm getting here, group 3. So you could be a masculine, but if you're a feminine, which I know a lot of you are, I feel like you're afraid of men. You could be afraid of the Catholic Church, or any church. You could be afraid of priests in the church, in the confession booth. You could be afraid of confessing your deepest fears and insecurities and sins to anyone. You're afraid of people knowing your sins and using them against you. This could be like a father figure who's done this in the past, a lover, lovers, plural, who has done this to you in the past. Even with the bananas in the background, like, you could be afraid of men, you could be afraid of priests, you could have had a bad experience with a priest in the past, in your childhood. Maybe you've got shamed, because that's what the church used to do, shame on you. You've been shamed by authority figures in the past, maybe your parents, but maybe like teachers, a priest. Yeah, you're afraid of being shamed for your sins. And maybe now you keep those sins within. You want to keep those skeletons in your closet because you don't want to be exploited again. You could have felt exploited in the past or in your childhood. King of Wands. You could be afraid of a new lover, a new love interest. You could be afraid that someone is has it all going on down there, but doesn't have it all going on up here. And maybe you could be afraid of egotistic men. The Emperor reversed. Group 3, I'm not trying to trigger anyone. I'm getting heavy daddy issues here on the table. So maybe you had a very egotistical dad who shamed you for your sins. I do feel like there could have been an overweight man in your past who threw his weight around. But if this person wasn't overweight in particular, like, this is just them throwing their weight around, thinking they're the bee's knees, the be all and end all, egotism. And, someone who has to tell you how great they are usually isn't so great after all. So maybe in the past you've dealt with people telling you how great they are, respect their authority, but they didn't even respect your feelings, group 3. And this could have led you to have a deep issue, a deep fear of men, of authority, and possibly even of new beginnings, new love, because you don't want to take these issues out on anyone else. Maybe you find that it's these issues that stop you from truly and fully connecting. But, you know, that's why you're playing it safe, because in the past you have not felt safe. Shit. Yeah, one slight movement and my ring light comes down like a house of cards. So I feel like you're afraid of all your dreams and hopes falling down like a house of cards. Your self-confidence. Maybe something in the past has caused you to doubt yourself and your self-confidence to be knocked down like a deck of cards in the wind. Oh, and actually I found this when I was fixing my light, this little silver butterfly. So this is a sign that is telling me we're on the right track. And if you haven't felt like you have been in your butterfly energy, that glow up is coming. Your butterfly era is coming. And if you are in an antisocial energy, I see this passing, because the Hierophant represents community and community growing together, learning together. You are advancing spiritually, and you could also be advancing in your education, in your work. And this is the bringing together of opportunities and communities. And I feel like even though you may be slightly scared of authority, you could find yourself being an authority figure for your community, a pillar of your community. And I do feel like with this Emperor reversed, in the past you have dealt with an oppressive, egotistical man in your life, and they are very controlling. And even if this isn't specifically a man, I mean, this is daddy issues for most, but if you don't have daddy issues, group 3, if you're not resonating, this could be a controlling and oppressive mother. If you were raised possibly by a single mother who had to take on the father's role. Yeah, and someone could suffer with pill addictions also. But yeah, this is like taking your daily dose of ego. So someone could have actually died in the past from addictions, from overdoses. So maybe that's something you're wary of, because you've seen people go too far with their ego, possibly with drugs before, with their control issues. So I feel like you have parental issues, for most daddy issues in particular. But with the King of Wands here, I do feel like if you're afraid of men, if you have issues with men, fathers, you don't trust them, this King of Wands energy could represent someone new coming into your life to give you a fresh new perspective, because the King of Wands is wise and mature, and he demands respect, but he gives respect. And I feel like in the past, this is something you have not received. Your feelings haven't been heard or listened to. This King of Wands could be the one to change your perspective on everything. This is a spiritually mature man, and you are evolving spiritually with the Hierophant. And I feel like you may be meeting someone who is on your level, on the same playing field. And it could actually lead to commitment also with the Hierophant. So if you have a bad experience, you know, with the church or oppression or whatever, or maybe you could just feel like religion itself is oppressive, you could find someone who's going to change your mind on that, and you could actually find yourselves inside of a church again without bursting into flames, getting married. Yeah, so maybe you've got marriage on your mind with a new love. But maybe you've had issues, you're afraid of marriage. I feel like you are afraid of marriage, and this can stem from your childhood issues, your parental issues. You're afraid of getting married, group 3. I think you're afraid of someone seeing you in your true form, fully true form. It's like that Marilyn Monroe quote, if you can't handle me at my worst, you don't deserve me at my best. I feel like people love you when you're at your best and on your best behavior, like a good girl, a good boy. Maybe that's the only time your dad loved you, possibly, or you felt like your dad loved you, is when you were doing what you were told under their command. Yeah, but I do feel like you're afraid of someone seeing your worst and running away, because you're not always that vibrant, beautiful butterfly that you show the world. When it's behind closed doors, you want to be able to reveal everything, your true self, your true soul. but you're afraid of being judged by this because maybe in the past you have been judged very harshly. Okay, so I think we need to clarify these and then we shall move on to the next one. So yeah, you could be on to the next one, job-wise, education-wise, love-wise. Okay. Whoa, that wanted to peep out. This is the Five of Cups, but it's reversed: acceptance, hope, forgiveness. The opposite way, it's grief. So maybe instead of being deep in grief, possibly about someone who passed because of an overdose. But regardless, I feel like, why is this flipped? These are all the wrong way. Oh my God. Yeah, so something happened the wrong way. Something happened the wrong way. The Eight of Pentacles, I'm putting this down, that resonates. Find work-life balance to protect your creativity. I feel like in the past your creativity hasn't been respected, but it hasn't been protected either. Respected and protected. That's what you want. Because you have fears because you weren't respected. Or, you were neglected and not respected or appreciated. Oh wow, but you're persevering, you are working on your skills, so you could be graduating. This is Virgo energy. So yeah, you could really be going into your antisocial energy in order to hone and master your craft. This is absolutely beautiful, group 3. You are doing you. Yeah, the Eight of Swords reversed, freedom to choose, self-created boundaries, new perspective, external limitations. Yeah, so I feel like even if you get over any self-confidence issues that have been holding you back, I do feel like there is something about your physical life that is holding you back from taking the next step. This could be the community you're in. You could have a lot of judgmental energies around you, family, friends. That could have led you to be very or overly judgmental of yourself. I do see you having a new perspective on yourself. You've got the freedom to choose, so you don't have to stay wherever this external limitation is. So take as it resonates. This could be where you're living. This could be a relationship you have. And you could realize that actually, I feel like my hands are tied. I feel like I'm not seeing the whole picture. You could feel like someone's trying to manipulate you, force their will. The whip, remember? So, someone could be trying to whip you into shape. And, if it's for your own good, great. But if not, you have the freedom to choose. You have the freedom to leave and fly away. Yes, you do, group 3. So let's get down to business now and get the tea for group 3. This isn't the tea, actually. This is the mystic love. What is group 3's deepest fears? Please and thank you. I was going to say deepest fears and regrets. So you could have deep regrets, group 3. What is group 3's biggest, deepest fears? Darkest fears. Let's expose them. Thank you. Silence, no contact. Yeah, you're afraid of being alone. You're afraid of ending up alone, possibly dying alone. And you're afraid of no contact. So maybe in the past you haven't called people out because you'd rather people be in your lives with their bullshit than not in your life at all. You're afraid to be alone. You're scared to be lonely, group number 3. But I feel like you are embracing your alone time because you're learning how to make the most of your alone time and get creative with it. Get jiggy with it. I'm hearing that song. Na 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 na. Getting jiggy with it. Single parent responsibilities. Yeah, you're afraid of ending up as a single parent because you could have been raised by a single parent, possibly a mother, and that could have led you to having daddy issues. But it meant that a mother had to take on the masculine role. I'm hearing a Doja Cat song called Mask. And it's about the feminine feeling like the masculine one in the connection, having to be the man in the connection. So they can't be that soft, gentle feminine because they have to be a fucking man because there's no man there who's stepping up to the plate. Yeah, okay. So you're afraid of ending up like your own mother, your own father. You're afraid of connecting with someone who is like this energy from the past who will leave you to be a single parent. You could be a single parent also, group 3. This could be why you're keeping to yourself and you want to keep yourself safe. Your anchor is your home. Your children could be what anchors you to the world. Yeah. When you feel like you're spiraling, I feel like your children help you come back to reality. Yeah. For some, possibly a child could have cut off contact with them. You could be a child who cut off contact with your parent or parents. Take as it resonates. But, regardless of whether you have children yet or not, your fear is ending up like your own parents. Your fear is being alone, and your fear is ending up raising your family alone. But I do feel like you are focusing on improving education. Didn't I say education with the Hierophant? You could be in education right now, starting education, a new venture, a new project, a new course or a job. You could be graduating. The devil is in the detail, as they say, so you're focusing on the details of your craft. You're doing that hard work. He's just powering away with all these pentacles. So you are powering away. Remember, the pentacles will come, but you are at the process of mastering your craft. You could be overly careful, so you could stop yourself. Yeah. You've got very high standards. You have a natural talent and skill, but sometimes your high standards, if something isn't done right, you could just throw it away like a child. Like, no, fuck that, I'm not doing it. So you could be stubborn and you could get frustrated easily, but persevere, keep going, okay? That is what Spirit is telling you. These self-created boundaries, that's exactly what they are, self-created. Let yourself free from these self-imposed thoughts. And I do feel like you took on this mindset because of how you grew up, or maybe you've seen a situation that kept someone bound and binded and not seeing the truth. And you are going to do everything and anything in your power not to end up the same way. Okay, wow, this is getting very deep, group number 3, very intense. So maybe a lot of intense, deep-rooted issues from your past could be coming up. So now let's get to the T. What is the T on group 3 and their biggest fears? Please and thank you, Spirit. Group 3's biggest, deepest and darkest fears. Can I get 2? Can I get 1 more? What's group 3's deepest and darkest fears? Thank you. And I'm going to get the true emotions while we're here. So, can I get group 3's deepest, darkest, and biggest fears, please? And thank you, Spirit. Do you want to fall? And you want to fall. Okay. Maybe someone's falling for you, group 3. Confirmation. Someone could really be falling for you. Yeah. I'm hearing that song by Avicii. I'm addicted to you. Hooked on your love. Like a powerful drug. I can't get enough of. Yeah. Someone could be addicted to you. Literally. Group number 3. What you got in that pie? Love spell. Yeah, someone's addicted to you and they think like you put a love spell on them. Someone could have put a love spell on you. Maybe you feel like you're under a love spell with an exciting new love. Blocked. Spam calls and text. Okay, you could have someone from the past blocked. You could even have a parent blocked. A toxic energy you cut off. You could have had to block them. But you could also just be getting a lot of spam emails, spam texts. Sometimes you get them saying that there's a delivery coming your way, which can be dangerous if you actually are waiting impatiently. I feel like you're quite impatient, group 3. Sorry for calling you out. But yeah, waiting impatiently. So people could actually click into these links and get scammed, get spammed, whatever. Someone could be trying to hack you. take as that resonates, but don't click into any weird looking links because, fuck around and find out. I feel like there are a lot of scams out there right now. So don't get yourself scammed, group 3. Okay, you're afraid of getting scammed. Cock blocking. Yeah, I feel like there's something that is stopping you from completely moving on with something or someone. Your emotions could be blocking you from completely accepting a new love. You kind of want to anchor yourself, but you're scared to anchor yourself. You're scared of commitment, group 3. Bad reputation. Okay. You're scared that you've got a bad reputation. Maybe you're scared that people think you're a witch. A witch with a bad reputation. But I do feel like maybe in the past people have judged you harshly. And possibly, for some, not all, if you were promiscuous in the past, group 3, and this is no judgment, there is no judgment ever here at this table, okay? Anyone want to judge or hate or be a troll? Go do it elsewhere. Sometimes promiscuity, is that the word? Can come with daddy issues. With mother issues as well. This can be for men. I mean, if a man grew up without a mother or a father in his life, either or, they could be searching for that love they never got in any partner they connect with, any and every partner. And when they realize that this love can't be replicated, it can take a while of doing the same thing to realize, actually, this doesn't work. I thought this made me feel better, but it doesn't. Because the person's love that you actually crave is the one that you couldn't get in the first place. You're trying to make do with the next best thing. Maybe you're trying to replace like a father's love or a lack of father's love with a lover. But this could also be you're afraid of just being judged about the past, because I feel like you have turned a new leaf. Maybe you've gotten yourself together. Yeah, maybe you were going down a dark path in the past, but I do feel like you have improved. Confirmation. You have certainly improved. You are 10 times better than the person you were before. I feel like you've done that shadow work, that spiritual work. You could have even went celibate for a while and actually blocked yourself off because you want to like spiritually cleanse yourself, spiritually sage your body. Yeah. So maybe in the past you felt like your body was treated very badly. Your body was not respected by others, possibly even by yourself. And this could be because the one person's love that you wanted, the one person's validation that you needed, never gave it to you. And I feel like if this is your parents, you don't want to repeat these same mistakes. Whether you have children already or this is you thinking in the future, if and when you do have children, you don't want to do what your parent or parents did to you. Okay. Yeah, I do feel like there's just certain emotions blocked though. But literally, this could be you blocking someone also. But you have someone else under your spell, so maybe you've got petty exes and infatuated new lovers. But, you have kept yourself bound because maybe you were working on your skills, working on your healing, working on your improvement, self-improvement. Because you realize, what's the phrase? If you want something done, do it yourself. So you wanted this shadow work done, you wanted this validation, you saw it in other things, people. Now you realize if I want validation, I have to do it myself, and I'm going to get it from my own work by doing the best work I can do. You're going to be the best at whatever it is you do. So maybe you're still finding your niche, but when you do, you are going to be the best at it. Yes. So we are going to get, finally, some animal advice. That was my chair, by the way. This is not a very sturdy chair, and my light isn't very sturdy either. It's on one of those stools, so yeah. Even if things can feel like they're falling apart, I feel like you're just like, no, it's fine. It's great. It's fine. I'm thinking of Ross and Friends when someone's asking him, is he okay? He's like, I'm fine. And he's just about to explode. So maybe you could feel like you're about to explode. But, you know, I feel like you're frustrated but excited at the same time, if that makes sense. So you're fine, but you're not. You could be like a bit of a contradiction. Turkey spirit, give with gratitude and grace. So that was a quick message, but that's not your advice. What's the advice for group 3 for facing these fears? Please and thank you. Can I get the advice for group number 3 when facing their fears? Thank you, Spirit. We have the Eagle Spirit. Spirit has your back. Yep. So just know that you are on this spiritual journey. And even if you found or find yourself alone on this spiritual journey, you are never alone, because Spirit has your back and Spirit loves you. God loves you. So if you are someone who does not have your Father in your life, remember that our Father, all of our Father, He loves you. Group number 3, God has your back and Eagle Spirit has your back. Yeah. I'm hearing that song Wind Beneath My Wings. Yeah, Wings, by Bette Midler. You are the wind beneath my wings. Yeah, and what's the chorus? Did you ever know that you're my hero? You're everything I would like to be. And I could fly higher than an eagle, 'cause you are the wind beneath my wings. Yeah, what a beautiful song. My mother had told me before that at her own mother's funeral, she sang that song, Wind Beneath My Wings. So you could look up to your mother as your hero, especially if she raised you as a single parent. You look at her as the wind beneath your wings. You respect her so much. But that could have led you to have deep issues and disrespect from men, possibly because men disrespected someone you view as your hero. Yeah. But Spirit is saying you have wings, use those wings and get flying. Stop stopping yourself and get going on this journey. You can be the wind under your own wings, and Spirit is the wind beneath your wings too. You can be your own hero if there's no one coming to save the day. So just remember that. Yeah, this is a lot of bird energy. This is all wings. Yeah, so this is absolutely beautiful. Can I just get one more spirit animal advice for group 3, please and thank you. We have the elephant spirit. Learn from the past. Yeah, you're learning from the past and you're not repeating the same mistakes from the past. So maybe you're even telling a parent, yeah, reclaim your power. Panther Spirit, yeah, if you've been feeling powerless, you're reclaiming that power with the help of Spirit. A little help from Spirit. Yeah. Yeah, so you could actually be doing better than a parent, or you could be confronting someone who gave you deep issues in the past in order to completely heal from it, so you can learn from it. And when you know the lessons that needed to be learned, you don't need to repeat them. Your children don't need to see that and repeat them. And regardless of whether you have children or not, group number 3, I feel like you are going to be a very nurturing and absolutely adoring parent. I feel like you could be that sort of lover, but you have deep hurt in your heart and wounds from the past. And I do feel like it's going to take someone very patient and understanding, because as I said, group 3, you mightn't be the most patient of people. So you mightn't even see this glow up just yet, but be patient, Spirit is saying, because you are transforming. You're in that process. And I do feel like what is coming next for you is a transformative new connection, transformative new love. And this love could be found within a lover, found within your children. But I feel like if everything is very quiet and lonely in your life, there is new energies coming in. But if you have shadow work to heal from and do from the past, if you need to get in touch with someone on the phone in order to have that talk everyone's been avoiding, people could avoid taking accountability in your family, I'm getting. Yeah. So I feel like any bad reputations or any, negative things that are said about you, you are not your past. You've learned from the past. And you are a better version of you, a more beautiful version of you. And you are so much more understanding and empathetic. And the pain that you had to go through, you are doing that work because you're not repeating the same mistakes. You're the exception to the rule, and you're the one who's going to break these chains and these family traumas and curses. So I'm hearing The Chain by Fleetwood Mac. If you don't love me now, we'll never break the chain. Yeah, so your chains are tight with your community. But I feel like possibly you thought in the past you couldn't break family traumas or patterns. You're breaking the patterns, but the things that chain you to your community, to your friends, to your lovers, and the family members that aren't toxic and controlling, I feel like those chains, those links are going to become stronger, and you're going to break any toxic chains that have been holding you back. Yeah, these arms are going to be free. You're going to open up your arms and spread your wings and wait and see what delights await you. And make sure to come back, fly back, and let me know now and again how you're getting on, because I am telling you, this is a very deep and intense energy and a very painful thing to overcome. But once you've overcome it, there is no going back. You'll never look back, because you are going to be brighter and flying higher than you ever have before. And you fucking deserve it, okay? Well done, group number 3. So thank you for being here with me today. Thank you so much for sharing your energy. And I really hope this resonated. Let me know down below if it did, what you'd like to see next. And make sure to like, comment, subscribe to let me know that you enjoyed it. Help a girl out. And if you're looking for a personal reading, all the details are on my homepage. Thank you. God bless and goodbye. Mwah.